Have you or a loved one been affected by pignosis? Symptoms include blaming the controller, banning your own viewers, and saying, that's impossible 47 times a stream. However, there is hope. Welcome to Duty Streams, the internet's premier center for DSP analysis, memes, and emergency anti-pignosis treatment. We expose the cope, we study the salt, and we ask the hard questions. Did the game really screw him, or was it just another skill issue? Subscribe to Duty Streams today, because pignosis spreads fast, but laughter spreads faster.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to the DSP Morning Show. It is Wednesday, the 19th of August, 2026. How's everyone doing? I hope that you're all doing well, and you are ready to chill and have a good time here on the channel. I'm just reorganizing stuff a little bit here. How is everyone this morning? Welcome, welcome. It's going to be a nice, chill, fun day of variety and good vibes and stuff here on DSP Gaming. And I hope that you're doing well. A few kind of housekeeping things to talk about today. Interesting things going on with YouTube and stuff. First off, so since we have people talking about it in the YouTube side chat, or I think I should bring it up right away. I guess in the last couple of days, the way that the YouTube experience system in chat has worked has changed. So from what I'm going to understand how this works is if you're attending a YouTube live stream and you're watching live, it accumulates this certain amount of experience points just for watching. Okay. Also, if you contribute to the stream in any way, if you do like a super chat or a membership, it gives you these experience points. Okay. And you might say, well, what does that mean? Really nothing. If you take a look right now at the YouTube chat live, there's a couple people like Carly Snail. It says crown number 1, Spoderman crown number 2. Okay. Does it mean anything? No, not really. I guess all it means is that you're the most engaged person in chat for that stream or whatever. But I don't actually think it does much. Like, I don't think you get anything for it. There is a leaderboard for it, and I've left that on for those who wanted to look at it. It is a feature, I think, in the chat. But to my knowledge, I don't think anyone's ever really, like, competed to be number 1 experience pointer person on a YouTube stream, nor do I really think that it really does anything, right? Also, it doesn't carry over. Like, it's only for a particular stream that this applies. And then next stream, it starts from 0, right? So that's why I've barely ever mentioned this. I think they enabled it like earlier this year or something like that. I mean, even last year. I don't even remember. But you notice I never really, bring it up. It does seem to be a pay-to-win system where if you contribute with a super chat or membership, you get an insane amount of these experience points. And then boom, you're top of the leaderboard. Wow, big deal. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't apply really to anything. So that's why I never bring it up. But I guess there's been a change because people were saying it seems like it's different now. It's slower or something. I don't know, but that's why I never bring up that system because I don't really think that competing in chat to be number 1 experience pointer and playing favorites and stuff in chat is probably not in my best interest or anyone's, honestly. But hey, if you want to participate in that system, go for it. But I don't know what's just changed recently. I have no idea. If it's slower, if it counts differently or whatever. I don't even know if any YouTubers really care about that system. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So that's number 1, a weird thing going on YouTube with this experience point system. But the other thing, and this is something that I wanted to bring up a day or two ago, and I completely forgot about it, is that YouTube sent out a notice to all creators, everyone who uses YouTube, and said that they have decided in their infinite wisdom, to change the way that YouTube counts views on videos and streams. Now, what does that mean? Well, historically, back in the day, YouTube used to actually count views just simply because someone clicked on a video. It wouldn't matter if you watched 1 second, 10 seconds, a minute, an hour, no matter how long you watched, that counted as 1 view. Okay? If you watched 10 seconds and you closed the video, and then you came back later in the day and you resumed, that counted as 2 views. Okay? Very straightforward. That's how it used to be back in the day. And things were a lot different. Let me tell you, it was, because a lot of contracts and revenue was based off of views, not off of engagement or percentile of a video watched. It was based off of raw views. I myself had a contract with Machinima, the partner network, when they used to exist, where it was, I forget exactly the amount. It was like a certain amount of money per a certain amount of 1,000 views or something like that. Maybe it was like $2 for 1,000 views or $1 for 2,000 views. I can't remember, but that's what the contract used to be. Okay. Then all of a sudden, one day, YouTube, without telling anyone, said, we're changing the way that views count. We no longer are going to count just someone is watching a video or stream. Instead, we have this algorithm that will run and will analyze a view to see if it's a real view. What does that mean? It means they're going to see how engaged you are in the video. So you have to click on the video and watch it for a certain percentile of time. And once you click that certain percentile, that counts as a view. Also, if someone just clicks on a video and skims through and closes it, you never get a view for it. You only get a view if someone actually sits and watches your video for a certain length without skipping around. Okay? Now, for someone like me, it actually massively affected me. I want you to think about why. Oh, Phil uploaded a new video of Dark Souls 2 today. Click on it. Okay, beginning's boring. Let me skip ahead. Skip to the middle. There's no boss fight. I was looking for a boss fight. Skip to the end. Oh, no boss fight. All right, forget it. And they close the video. So maybe they've watched 20, 30 seconds of my video, but they skimmed through. I don't get a view. I'm serious. I don't get a view. I don't get paid. Nothing, right? Nothing for that. Well, that's nice. And the problem is with my videos, since they're all raw gameplay, most people don't engage with that kind of video as they would a video that's of a particular subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if I put out a 10-minute video and it's about a certain topic, people will engage with it way more than a 1-hour-long raw gameplay video. So my views, when they made this change, plummeted. I was getting ridiculous amounts of views every month, and all of a sudden overnight, no views are counting. All of a sudden overnight, there used to be big videos that I had on YouTube, like Spider-Man Web of Shadows and stuff like that, playthroughs from back in the day, that every month would bring in tens of thousands of views. It went from 10,000 views to 0. So this algorithm that they created screwed over creators like me. It didn't affect everyone. Basically, people who made video essays or targeted videos with a topic, edited videos, they all benefited from this change. But I lost an insane amount of views as a result. Now, the truth is, views do not equate to revenue on YouTube. It's actually the truth. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with that engagement factor, because in order for you to get paid for, say, ad revenue for a video or whatever, you need to have that engagement. If someone just clicks on your video and an ad never plays, you're not going to get paid anyway. So to be honest, someone who clicked on a video, skimmed through, never stopped, and then closed it, I wasn't going to make money on that view anyway. So does it really matter if it's counted or not? Not really. However, there's a few things here that hurt a creator. For example, if you're going to be looked at for a potential partnership, for a potential sponsorship, people want to look at your overall views. And if your views aren't that great, then they're going to say, oh, well, you suck. You don't have any views or engagement, so I don't want to give you a sponsorship opportunity. That's number one. Number two, when people look at you compared to your peers. So, for example, someone right now who's a YouTuber who makes targeted content, meaning 3 times a week they upload a video. Each video is highly edited, 10-minute long video, topical. They're going to get way more views than I am. That's just how YouTube is, where their video would always have an engaged viewer. Every view counts. For me, most people who click on my stuff, skim through, doesn't count. So they're always going to be favored in the YouTube system. So it's going to look like they're getting tremendously more views than I am every single video. Even though, not exaggerating, we may have the same amount of people watching. My video might say I have 400 viewers and theirs might say they have 40,000, but the same amount of people actually watched. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? So anyway, the reason I'm bringing all of this up is YouTube's changing it. They're going back to the old ways. They've decided, as a result of them now pushing YouTube shorts and wanting shorts to compete with TikTok and all of that, and TikTok, any single time anyone even presses play on a video, it counts as a view. Okay? So YouTube, chasing everyone else's trends, wants to be like everybody else, and has decided everything counts from now on. we're going to change the system. And I forget exactly the date that they stated, but it is coming. It's coming up soon. That as this certain date, every single view will count on a video. So it doesn't matter if you click play and you watch for 1 second, that's a view. Okay? So, no exaggeration, whenever this change happens, I should see a surge in views. Now, is it going to be huge? Probably not. But for example, for a gameplay video where it shows that maybe I have like a few hundred views, it may now say, a few hundred more. Okay? Am I going to make any extra money on that? No, because the way that they calculate the revenue, which is ad revenue, based on if an ad plays, that's not going to change. So it's not going to result in any increased revenue for anyone, but all of a sudden, overnight, everyone who makes content is going to see an increase in views, some more than others. Like I said, I might see a bigger surge than, say, someone who's making the edited video content, because they already were getting credit for all their views because their viewers were more engaged in their content. Does that make sense? But here's the kicker on this, right? What people are now saying is, well, you know what's going to happen is people are now going to try to compete for views, meaning they're going to want to be the number one YouTuber today, because it's not about the engaged view, which you can't really control. It's about just general views. So now you're going to have people who are going to be buying view botters, who are going to be having people just click, hey, everyone, just click and refresh, give me views, let's blow this video up to 1 million views right now by just clicking refresh. And if they get a few thousand people to do it, they could get a million fake views on their video just by clicking refresh after, you know what I'm saying? So this could literally change the entire system of views on YouTube and make a whole system of abuse. Like people are like, well, Mr. Beast is going to want to be number one again because he hasn't been. So now he's going to probably abuse this system to try to get back to number one and stuff like that. I don't know. For me, it doesn't really matter. As you guys know, I haven't cared about overall views in a very, very long time. For me, this is how it goes, okay? I have a very dedicated viewer base that love to come by and hang out with me on a regular day. It doesn't matter if I'm doing downtime content like I'm doing right now during the summer. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a podcast or a particular game. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. They're here. But then I also get an increase of attention when I'm doing something more notable. So, for example, if there's a hot new release out, right, and people want to see me play that hot new release, they'll come by. And, for example, oh, wow, there's some interesting stuff on Pokemon Center this morning. A whole kind of merch and stuff. Not cards, but actually a bunch of fun merch. Wow, it's all fall-themed stuff. I might want to look at this later. Maybe I'll get myself a nice Gengar robe. Anyway, for example, earlier this year, Resident Evil Requiem came out. Huge AAA release. Everyone loves watching me play horror games and new Resident Evils. Viewership was sky high. The streams had more views. The overall videos had tons of extra views out of nowhere. Overnight, boom, giant view increase, okay? So this happens to me from time to time where there's ups and downs. Right now, we're at summertime, not much going on. In the fall, September, October, November, likely we're going to see a giant spike. If and when I start playing GTA 6, we're probably going to see more people, right? So that's how it always has been with me. But it doesn't really affect me that much. Most of my focus is on the streams and the success of the streams and the support I get on a stream. It's nice to get the back-end support, but I can't really control how many people watch or engage with the back-end videos. It's more about in the moment, right? So for me, it's not a big deal, but it is a nice, interesting change. I guess it's going to be kind of crazy as you see the big guys are all going to try to like cut each other's throats and try to get views, which doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. My longevity has been proven that I'm still going to be here no matter how many views or what attention I got on me, which is great. So no big deal, but I thought I would bring it up because it is a huge change. Everyone's been talking about the last few days that YouTube views are changing. So there you have it. I'm curious, how much it will affect me. Like, will it actually show a big increase in views? Will my views stay the same? Who knows, right? Okay, so I hope you're all doing well.